Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, Microbox of X. And before I go any further in today's video, I just want to thank everybody that's subscribed to the channel over the last couple of weeks. The subscription base has jumped massively and I can't thank you enough. And apparently I've gained another couple of fans to the channel as well, so I want to give Tristan and Dylan a shout out as well, who hopefully will watch this video at some time. Apparently my two little nephews like watching the channel now, so it just means I'm going to have to behave myself and no swearing, so there you go. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, leave your comments down below as well if you want to, and make sure you hit that bell to get notified of new videos dropping as and when they come. So what I want to talk about today is the Back Compat. I mean, you'd have to be blind to have missed all of the stuff on YouTube this week regarding the Series X back compatibility. They lifted the embargo this week so that some of the sites could sort of show off the back compat and the quick resume and all of those things. And it's incredible to see how far Microsoft and Team Xbox have come with this back compatibility program. I mean, they only announced it. I mean, I remember it was E3 2015. To humongous applause that Phil Spencer initially announced the Back Compat program was starting for Xbox 360 games, and it was a big thing back then. It was one of those things that everybody wanted, or most people wanted. I mean, I know some people say, well, what do you want to play old games for? But you know, there's a lot of people like me, I can't be the only one, that like retro gaming and all that, and it's just fantastic to know that you've got all of these games and you can still play them on your new hardware. And of course Microsoft didn't leave it at that. They used the new power of the systems, and they improved resolution and performance, and even on some of the games brought out new patches for them and improved the visuals in even further, almost like remasters. And of course, in E3 2017, the big bomb was that they were going to drop OG Xbox games to the server, to the service as well, which was absolutely fantastic. And I mean, for any of you that have played any of these games, you know how good they look on the X, on the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. They did so much to improve the resolution and the frame rates, and they just looked brilliant. It was hard to believe that some of these games were sort of 20+ years old. They did such a good job, and it was really a shame when they announced in June, I think it was June of 2019, they announced that the last batch of Back Compat games that were going to be brought to the service was going to be, I believe, the end of June. Luckily it was a lot of the Splinter Cell games from the OG Xbox as well, which was a nice little surprise. I think we had all of the Splinter Cell games drop at once, but it was a shame. But they needed to go then and concentrate on the new system and to ensure that everything would run on the Series consoles, as they've now been called. We didn't know the names back then, so the team had to go and concentrate on on this new system. So we're now at a point now where they've we're literally 40 days, probably a little bit less than that now, for the release of the Series X and the Series S consoles. And I've sort of been questioning, Gamara put a tweet out yesterday, I think it was yesterday, regarding the Series X back compat, and everybody was showing this off. And it got me to thinking that, once this system's out, will the team then go back and start looking at back compatibility again for games that have not yet been done? And I'm going to keep asking the question, because I think it's something that, there's no reason why now more games couldn't be brought over. I mean, I was always surprised at how, we've got over 500 games on the Back Compat program, but I was also always surprised that we weren't getting more, purely down to the fact that, Phil Spencer openly said, all of the developers had to do was say, yes, you can do it, and then it was just a case of flicking a switch, from what I can gather, and more games could come. So, yeah, I always wanted more. It was a shame that more didn't come, because I'm greedy. I enjoy my games. I've got so many games, that I've bought over the years, and there were still games that I was disappointed hadn't come to the Back Compatibility Program. I'm glad that we got the Splinter Cells. Those were on my wish list, but there were many other games as well. So I hope and I pray that once the Series X has been released, that Microsoft will then say, right, let's get the team back on this and let's get them going again and let's get some more games on the Back Compat program. And I can see that realistically happening. I think that will happen. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't, because it's a big selling point. As like I said, I know it's not for everybody, and I've spoken to people that don't use it at all. But I'm not in the minority. There's a lot of gamers out there that still enjoy going back and playing games like the Mass Effects and Knights of the Old Republics. I mean, they look fantastic on the Xbox One X and the Xbox One. I can't wait to play through all these games again on the Series X and to see all the new tricks. I mean, they've even got HDR. How they've managed to implement HDR into these games that had no HDR in the first place, the tricks and the things that they're pulling out on this new console are just absolutely incredible. And you only had to watch the Digital Foundry video the other day to see what they've done and the performance of this system on these Back Compat games. It's just incredible. I mean, a lot of these games were written years and years and years ago. They weren't using the most effective programming techniques, and they certainly didn't have all the tips and tricks and things like that the developers are using these days. So yeah, I mean, the fact that they can do this is just amazing. So I'm really hoping, as I've said, that this program will restart and we will see more games come into the service. And I mean, being free as well, I mean, it's just fantastic. If you own the game, you've bought it digitally or you've got it physically, if you've got the Series X, you just bung the discs in or just download it. It's fantastic. But yeah, I mean, realistically, I mean, we're not going to see anything happening this year. I mean, I'm expecting that after the launch of the Series X and the Series S, and the guys are going to deserve to have a break. So I can't see anything happening now until maybe February, March next year. They might not even make any announcements until possibly E3 next year. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's just wait and see. But I would be very surprised if we do not see the Back Compat program restarting and even more games coming. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I just wanted to do that. I've been thinking about this for a few days now, and I wanted to do a video on it, so it was just finding the time to do it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. As I said at the start, please like, subscribe, leave your comments down below. Do you use the Back Compat program? Do you not use the Back Compat program? What's your thoughts on playing old games? Is it something that excites you, or is it something like, well, no, what do I want to play old games for? I've got a new system, I want to play new games. What's your thoughts on it? Let me know down below. Anyway, take care, leave a sub, leave a like, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.